compensation is not meant to make someone poor. Omuntu oshanga nibamuha kasente kake kureba ngu omuntu bwaraba bayira hala aina hala hikire kandi antabo kuba amagita gayizira garuke mbona kuno. It shouldn't be like that. Right Honorable Lop, as a member of Parliament, I pledge to work with you together with the cabinet to ensure that we help our people. Ensonga habwachi tugondeze Honorable Asinas aboleke ba Honorable Ministers abakora no office eno ebintu bikwasire hankura kurana tuina kubikwataniza hamu as a team, and therefore I will work with you. Kandi bona nimba manya omuntu w'amazina gabo nituza kwataniza nabo turebe abantu ababingirwa mu kampo kuri abantu abayikendi bazalira aho nk'ebisoro manyire ruhanga akahanga omuntu yamwakaniza n'ekisoro. Ekisoro nicyo kigenda mu kisako ko nikizalira ibaito omuntu kasemerire kuzala alakasangira habwembera yense kombe kamaro naki baitu ngunzo kubagumya ngo busekitagira nkango ahanyuma yebe byona nhaza kubayo okushemererwa nimpura ninyenda mu kigumya ki zeni imwe abahayiro obusende butito. I'm happy ngumukabwanga. Don't aim at making our people poor. This development, they are supposed to be a blessing to us. But when you really this one is an oil district, we are supposed to live in an environment that favors all of us.
Habaireho okukerererwa kusasura abantu abakwasirweho kuruga mwaka gwa 2018 abantu bikere balinzira kandi kuno bakatugamba bani plan na EACOP ngo kuruga hati mutagaruka kukolera hane ekinte ekikoto ekyomugaso ko kubyali mitekumara bwire bwingi rundi kuombekamu ebyombeko titwina information ekumara kuruga hali information ekumara kuruga hali new plan na EACOP staff tibatugambira ekigenda kuhonderaho turore bintu nibyapeninga tutakumanya kice kiragaruka ekyo kurora nka hati titumanyire compensation enu exercise compensation kijja kutwara bwireki kiriwa mu mwaka wa 2025 kiriwa de cha compensation tena kimanyire omuba paps habayeho kugamba ngo itwe tukubaza n'abajungu tukubaza n'aba-Africa ba NGOs tusinere kutabaza nabo baitu nkwenda kuho mubazi new plan kwenda kwaza EACOP kubaho mubazi ogokumaraho ekyo kubaza n'abajungu kubaza n'aba NGOs omubazi guli gumugonka ba compensating all the paps abajungu tibaja kuroraho kusamba ninyowe ayakwasiro pipeline 2018 ekaja yarabo muzigati yange niyo ezigati yange egyo erhaine kuruga hanju kuika enkondo bagisimbira hali enjungi gyo bagisimbira aho hati wayizire enju yange bagibara obagibazire hanyuma abakuru bagamba bagisalizemu
just AKM bakampa million isatu zonka obo nyina mu nemiti ya kartusi emiti rwenda nemiti 5 rwenda 5 bampereza million isatu kare million isatu ngambiro sakugano genda nazo ntoroko nzi kwikanto roko na family yawe n'umusajja mukuru nko kundora nyina family esente ezezi babahayi abagenzi baita aba pipeline nene yagenze ya Uganda the haine ene complain tibina ene complain eriyo eiba reporting gaga ngo babasaswire kubi bona bakabasasura kurungi abantu bona baguze ibibanja bafurukireho bakozere nkurakurana bagenze omufunzi pipeline eno obwire bwamazire bakererwa okusasura bubaire bwingi ebintu bitembere ensi ekurakurayini bayina kukora nanka basaswire abantu barugwamu basemeriro
nyina abana benfuzi ngaba nyina kusaka kange nkaguzire ubona ikaga nkasimira mbanko kwa abana bo nimbaherera hata abana bandi baromuka abo kurwa sente tinja kasimbayo kandi bamazire katwani bangambe tukuletera sente sente tinkazo wagano kurwa hati niwende mukaza nyakusemezibwe emirundi esate kyenda bakakichwaga kitomukatima nawe kitinyi nakasente kona nali nkukaiha nyine poroti yange ege batangambire no muhendo gwayi bakangamba turakugarukamu kisake kibatwaire bangambire muhendo ne sente nati nkayiroraga abagenzi banga bampereye nabo mu nsalemu bafunire nyoti ifunire ndaho.
Oil in Bunyoro is oil for Uganda and a blessing from God. It should never be a curse. The question that we debate about is whether oil is a blessing, but some of our leaders a curse. Probably is the question that begs an answer. Oil can never be a curse, but probably some leaders can actually visit a curse on their citizens by virtue of their unacceptable conduct. Certainly, the issues we raised are legitimate. First of all, land cannot be reproduced. Land never grows. Land is a resource that does not grow. And every day that passes, the value of land goes up. One of the very biggest mistakes that was made, I will not apportion blame today, but a mistake was made. Our common people should have been helped from day one to understand the value of their land. If that was done, we would not be speaking about people not having their land revalued after 2 years. The law is very clear. I am a lawyer, my brother Kabusuya is a lawyer, I probably think we have other lawyers here. It's very clear. After 2 years, land must be revalued. So if you value me today and you pay me after 2024, it must be another value. So those who have refused to be paid before evaluation, you are right. Do not accept. I want to invite you to not to accept to be abused, to be insulted. Just like the old man said, I forget his name, that small piece of land you have is all that you have. You know, you have lost. You can't use them. You can't use the money to go and buy land elsewhere. That should be a reawakening, an awakening call that actually, whereas you believe that you gained, you actually lost. My feeling is that we shall all eventually benefit from oil when the oil comes. But look, it will not benefit the dead. It will not benefit the displaced. It cannot benefit the disenfranchised. It will not benefit people that are living in camps. So the communities must be settled. And this brings me to the most compelling issue of the EU, EACOP and human rights and attendant issues. Friends, this country is for all of us. Nobody loves it any less, and no one loves it any more than the other. The only distinction is that we play different roles because God in his choosing entrusted us with different obligations on behalf of the people. Do the Europeans love us more than we love ourselves? I guess no. But are they blind? Are they stupid to speak about some of the issues? In fact, some of the issues they talked about, I found them here, implying that on one leg they were actually right. When you speak about human rights, it does not mean beating the opposition alone. It includes not compensating people in time and their due value. It includes and relates to destroying the environment. I do not want Bunyoro to suffer the indignity of what Busoga suffered because of sugarcane. We do not want the people of Unyoro to lack food tomorrow. Therefore, the environment is even more important than oil and gas. So it must be protected. So that's a very serious matter. The question of the day is that the issues they raised must be put on a balance, and we discuss them, although they're not obtaining as leaders. It does not make sense for us to disregard them. There should be an eye open and say, do they hold sense? They're not going to come and take our oil, it's not theirs. They're not going to come back and recognize us. No, we are the leaders of our people. We cannot accept neocolonialism. We cannot accept to be recolonized. But at the same time, we cannot allow black colonizers in our community. What I have heard here is that some black people, some Ugandans, have decided to colonize fellow Ugandans here. Yes. That's what I have heard. So we have black colonialists in our midst. So how can citizens sleep in camps, displaced from their land, just like the whites did when they were constructing the railway? You know? So we have colonizers in our skins, our own kin and kith. So there are issues. These are the issues we must address as leaders without hiding our heads in the sand. There is a problem, and the problem must be addressed square on. Whether these issues hold sense, hold water or not. So the Europeans can have their talk, we shall have the final decision. And we are saying, in the pursuit for oil, we should not lose our environment. In the pursuit for oil and attendant benefits, the people must be compensated. In pursuit for oil, nobody should use their power, their positions, to force others in their beliefs. Just because you have power and therefore I should not speak, because you want to go and extract oil, so I have no space in this country because you are in power. That should never be a case. In every project, there's what we call the social cost of adjustment. Okay? So when you buy his piece of land and his house, meaning that he's moving, when he next buys land, his son, his grandson and daughter may not have the same land in the same locality. So you are disfiguring social configuration. Okay? You are making families separate. So that is also valued. The social cost of adjustment should have been considered while constituting the cost of the pipeline and oil wells. So we are people valued in terms of social cost. These are very, very serious issues. And because, yes, I understand that the government was in a hurry to have oil out, which is a very good thing. When you have oil, the economy will grow, we shall reduce dependency. But do not hurry to make long-lasting mistakes. So the community is lost because they were not compensated in terms of social cost of adjustment. That's why all these remain compelling. I'll speak for you. I'll be your voice on these issues. You heard my team. These are very competent members of parliament. They have a record with you and my honorable brother here, Kazini, my honorable sister here, Nyakato. We will be your voice on these matters. Citizens in this era and time being chased off their ancestral land to settle refugees under the guise of settling refugees. So you are settling external refugees to create internal refugees. Where did common sense go in this land? Do you need a PhD in common sense to know that you are actually being hopeless? So you displace citizens to settle external refugees and you create internal refugees. And somehow you are in Kampala, driving around and turning around in a chair when you have citizens suffering. Let me tell you, when I become prime minister, it will happen. That will never happen in our country. It can never happen. that a group of Ugandans are unsettled and leaders in Kampala happy. They even hold independence celebrations. Which kind of independence when you have your people in IDPs? Let me tell you, before I do anything else, I'm handling your case first, and it's going to be a very, very serious matter. We cannot be leaders worth our name, and we allow this kind of nonsense in our country. It's nonsense. So what reason under the sun can somebody give that citizens sleep on verandas in polythene bags for 6-8 months and more, and you wake up, my dear sister, you're right, the government went in exile. The government was captured. You know? This is terrible. So which government does this to their people? I want to thank you, my brother, the RDC, for what I have had, for caring. I know how far you can go. We're going to support you. It's not your problem. You're only trying to do your job as a decent citizen. Do not give up on this cause. This probably is your legacy as a leader in this country. That when you were here as a leader and the community was in very compelling, dire circumstances, you stood up to defend the dignity of your people. It's a very good thing. Please carry it on. But from today on, you're going to hear more voices. I'm going to recruit more voices from Bunyoro and beyond, and we stop this dehumanization of our people. We are going to be their voice on this matter.